welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of YBMcast and today's Game 7 baseball wrap-up show. As always, I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Dave Penning, from the northern office of the Game 7 baseball, as he likes to call it. It's more of a retreat than an office, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, not here lately. All work.
All work, huh?
All work and no play, Brian.
It happens at this time of year, doesn't it?
It is June.
Yeah. Yep. So, folks, we just got back from the Misha State Championships. We're going to talk a little bit about that and bring some of these into, because we got a lot of kids from around this area, some fun stuff there. Dave, you guys had a pretty good weekend across the board here in all parts of Game 7 baseball land. From the Elite Turf Championships, Show Me Slam here around here, and the Lake Championships in Missouri. Quincy Stadium Summer Tourney, that went very well, I saw. He had a lot of teams in that one up there.
He's doing really well.
And, of course, the Rivertown Slam down in St. Jen. This coming week, you guys got another one, the I-55 Showdown down there. The Midwest Thunder, they're doing pretty good with those small-town tournaments down there, aren't they?
Yeah, they do. Mark Barber does a great job down there. He's been communicating with me back and forth, and it looks like we, right now we have some good forecasted weather, thank goodness.
Exactly. And, of course, the Summer Classic over in Middle Tennessee around the Nashville area. So a lot of good stuff going on out there. Dave, we weren't out this weekend, so let's start with Elite Turf Championships. You had 16s out there, 15s and 16s, right? Or was it just 16U?
That's correct. 16.
16.
16, 16s, 13s, 12s, and 14s.
Is this the first weekend you had the older age groups?
No, we had them Memorial Day weekend as well.
Okay. So it's the second weekend. So, you had 8 teams in this tournament. Talk to us about this and the progression of here, moving into the high school ages.
Yeah, we took on the Warrenton complex, and what's so unique about that is you have 4 infield turf fields that are 60, 90 capable, hold the big boys, and with 325-foot fence on 3 and the monster there on B for big, is 365 down the line. So,
yeah,
eat your Wheaties, boys.
It's symmetrical because dead center, that's about a high school field. Most of them are about 365, 375. But, man, the lines are monstrous. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going over well. This weekend here, we've got another good one on tap. We have it's sold out with the 15s and 16s out there in Warrenton. So we'll have 3 fields of 15s and 16s, and you can't forget about them 8Us. We got them on some turf this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, and our good buddy Mitch Thomas was out there with you this weekend in the 16Us. I have to give it to Mitch. His team finished with 2-0 in pool play, only gave up 1 run.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that bracket game was a very, very good bracket game. I think the final score was 2-1, and they completed all 7 innings in an hour and hour and 10 minutes. Wow! Very, very fast paced. Both pitchers strikes. The home plate umpire said, "Man, my right arm sore. I was throwing that baby up almost every pitch." So they did a really good job, and it was a great pace game. And unfortunately, Mitch came up on the short end there, but they did really well over the weekend.
Yeah, the River Valley Rebels got into the championship game was a 4-3 ball game against the St. Louis Eagles.
Chuck McGee's team. They got some players on that team now. Really good looking ball club.
And this speaks to something, Dave, we talk about all the time here. When we're talking about, travel ball, these types of things and whatnot, and some of the myths that are, I think, dispelled. I mean, that's high level baseball right there. When you got a 2-1 ball game, 4-3 ball game, that's the kind of baseball you want to see. And when you putting these teams on the field, you can go anywhere and find good competition.
Oh, absolutely. That's that tournament there over the weekend showed it.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, there's a lot of guys when you're talking about Pattonville, you're talking about some of these schools, the Eagles, and we said this off air, we were talking about that's a Slava team that is still around. We don't talk about Slava much. We don't talk about American Legion much anymore. It's, the clubs, which, okay, fine. But I think there's a whole wide-ranging scope of baseball that we have to kind of fit back into the narrative, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of baseball out there to be had, and like you alluded to, there's like his team, for example. I mean, they have some dudes on that team. They're a really good looking ball club, and like to see how they do in this summer, because like you alluded to, last weekend was the first weekend out for these guys. With the high school parameters, you can't compete at anything while your school's still in session and competing in state tournaments and whatnot. So, yeah, I'd like to see what that club holds in store there for this summer.
Absolutely. I love that. I know that this coming weekend, it would be cool. I'd love to do it. We won't be able to probably be out at Warrenton for the 16s and 15s because the 14s, we always kind of go where the 14s are because of what we do. And that's fine. I think that's great. So, but I'm looking forward for the opportunity to see some of that. And hopefully we can catch up some of that this summer. But let's take a look at this a little bit here. I think it's when you're talking about Championship Sunday, I know we probably don't have, I know I was talking with Dave, we love our helmet sticker segment, but we weren't there. And Dave's like, he said, I'm buried in trying to scramble. My brain is scrambled. Trying to get through the rain.
Yeah, Mr. Schmidt was down at the Lake Championship at Max Creek down there, and that was a really good venue down there as well this weekend. And I was spearheading at Warrenton there, and we were also at Wentzville, Pahrump Valley. And on the way out to Warrenton, I stopped by and talked with the field crew at 5 o'clock in the morning. And that shower that came Friday night really put a hex on that park over there. The fields were totally saturated, and there were still like standing water at 5 a.m. So got with the field crew there. We had a game plan to tentatively start at 10 and then at 12. And then lo and behold, about 9:45, 10 o'clock, a little pop-up shower came and parked right over Pahrump Valley there and hankered down for about 10 minutes, and that's all she wrote. Did her in for Saturday. So I went back to pecking away at the computer and rescheduling for the third time and sending out memos for a one-day optional format. And all the teams but two opted in. So I got busy on that. So, yeah, needless to say, my head was buried down in rescheduling that one-day format most of the day Saturday. So, unfortunately, I don't have a helmet sticker this weekend.
Well, you do, because Dave sent me a story about something.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Thanks for reminding me.
St. Jen. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Nick Fowler. They had a tournament down there with Game 7, and the Missouri Goats has a kid that comes and participates in this tournament every year, because the Missouri Goats are down there from like Sykeston and Jackson area and all that. So they're relatively close to St. Genevieve down there, and they patronize St. Gen tournaments all the time. And unfortunately, they had a player that has developed a brain tumor. So Nick put a special fundraiser together to incorporate the tournament, and he had like a pie the coach type thing. and they raised. I think I sent you the final numbers. I think they raised over 6,000 some odd dollars for this young man, which is phenomenal. And kudos to Nick and the group down there. I mean, they do a great job running the tournament, but here again, we go above and beyond, and what they did for this young man is phenomenal. So, yeah, there's my recipient of the helmet sticker right there, Brian. Thanks.
You bet. And Drew, did you already do the helmet sticker? Hold on. I want you to wait. You're going to do it again because the final tally for the fundraiser was, hit it after I do the number, $6,559.52. There it is. That's a lot of money, Dave.
Yeah, it is. And obviously for a good cause, and can't thank Nick enough down there for what he does. And great job, fellas. Very, very nice touch on that.
Absolutely. You know, I am going to do some helmet stickers because it, you know, we have a lot of kids that will be playing baseball here locally in the St. Charles area, in the St. Louis County area, and then you got teams playing down there, of course, Cape Girardeau, Jackson, all the way up the, you know, I-55 corridor into South County. Getting a lot of teams down in Southwest Missouri at the Max Creek and Ballparks of America, Kansas City coming down there as well. So there was some high-level baseball, and I'm going to run through this. These are going to be my helmet stickers. Our state champions from class 1 through 6. Dave, have you ever heard of Orrin, Missouri?
Brian, I can't say that I have, but I'm sure it's somewhere in here.
Yes, it is. It's down towards Cape in that area. Orrin is a class 1 powerhouse. They win a lot. And sure enough, they beat Sacred Heart to win the Class 1 state championship. And now this is a new one for me. I don't know. The only one I do know of is Chaffee High School down in Chaffee, Missouri. I've heard of that one. But in Class 2, it was Iberia. Have you heard of Iberia?
No.
That's what I mean, man. These are these small towns. I should say Sacred Heart, and then Wheatland and Green City were also in the top 4 there. Mention those. I never heard of Green City or Wheatland either. So I have no idea where they're at. Class 2 is Iberia's the state champ, then Maysville, Chaffee, and Tipton. Have you heard of Tipton? That seems a little familiar. No? We're striking out, aren't we, Dave?
I mean, hey, obviously they produce some good ball players.
Right? Exactly. But from right here in Class 3 in our very own backyard, which we are right now live. I'm in St. Charles, Mo, in the studio, and it's about 15 minutes south is the High School of Duchesne. And they were the Class 3 state champions this year. Congratulations to the players. Mike Hollander, the coach. Yeah, right?
I'm sure if you look on their roster, there's plenty of Game 7 people on there that have come through the ranks. That's like last year at this time, the Jackson roster. You know, they made it far, and I think they made it to the semifinals. And I looked at that roster, and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone on the team had played in a Game 7 event at some point in time.
Right.
With either like the Missouri Bulls or the Jackson Tribe or the Goats or someone like that from down that area.
Yeah. So I think that's cool. And that's what we've always talked about, you know, on the weekends. We're going to see these kids on the high school baseball fields at some point, you know. And if they don't, that's fine too. I'm not saying everybody plays, but for the most part, it's cool watching these kids that we're going to see here maybe get a chance at a high school championship.
It really is, and that's our mo here at Game 7. That's why we default to the federation rules, the high school rules, and not the MLB rules, because we feel that their next step is going to be high school. If they do make it to the major leagues, hey, caps off to them. But what is that? 0.01% of all the kids that play that Little League Baseball make it to the majors. So our philosophy is, the next step of development is grooming for the high school level. So that's why we default to the high school rules.
Yeah. Actually, it's a little better than that, Dave. It's 0.04.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll buy it.
We're splitting hairs, but it's still not very good. The percentages.
No, I sure as heck didn't help add to that.
Me neither. Oh, mercy. But Class 3, there was a lot of Mid-Buchanan out of Kansas City was the Dragons. Cool logo, man. Got to love that for a high school, the Dragons. Love it. Took second place, and then a couple of perennial teams, West County and Licking, third and fourth place. Licking was the state champion last year in Class 3. So they were back there again, at least. They took their lumps this weekend. Duchesne, man, played some really good baseball, folks. If you get a chance, you want to watch the baseball, you can still go to Misha TV. I believe they have it on demand for a little bit. Costs money, but, if you want to go watch, there you go. Class 4, perennial power, Blair Oaks took the championship, beating Benton out of Kansas City. Actually, a little north, St. Joe. Coached by Johnny Coy. Met Coach Coy. He was a Wichita State alum, played some high-level baseball. Man, he's a good coach. Those Blair Oaks, Mike D'Amelia at Blair Oaks. Those are two really good coaches. John Coy, Mike D'Amelia, really good coaches. And, again, another local product here, Lutheran St. Charles. Now, here's a story for you, Dave. Lutheran St. Charles ended their regular season with a record of 4-14.
Okay.
They got on a hot streak, won their district, won the sectional, won the quarterfinal, and got into the semifinals, the Final Four, with a 4-14 record, man, to end the season. They got talent. The Andon Hyde there is one to speak of. Brody Short. There's some really good ball players on that team. And they got hot at the right time, and voila. And they took third place.
Nice. It's called peaking at the right time, right?
Absolutely. Shout out to Coach Chris Smith. Had a great time. Got to meet him. It was a lot of fun. And, of course, then another St. Louis County MICDS, fourth place. Coach Kratz. So there you go, man. It was a lot of fun. Out of the, you had two on the west side, one on the west side, one in the central, and then two St. Charles County, St. Louis County teams in Class 4. Then in Class 5, the juggernaut known as Willard, the Willard Tigers took the championship. But I want to give some kudos to a friend of the show and a gentleman that's been on our show on many occasions. Really nice man. I think he's a heck of a coach. I think going to have a lot of success. Webster Groves, Dave Wiggins. Webster Groves took second place in a tough ball game. Willard, I got to say this, Coach Scott McGee's been doing it for a while down there at Willard, man. That's just a heck of a program that he's built. And There they are. They won in 2021. Had been back there. I think they took third place, and then state champs again here in 2024. Willard is just a machine, man. They do a really great job with their youth programs, and I think you've seen some of their youth teams down there, right, Dave?
Yeah, that's what I was going to jump in and say. It all starts, with their little farm club per se. Their youth, they have a youth baseball club that competes with Game 7 all the time down there when we're down in Branson and Lake of the Ozarks. So good job to those guys. 8U through 14U, I know that they have that compete with us on a weekend basis there when we're at those places. So good job, guys.
Absolutely. And he said that, Coach McGee told me, Dave, that all the players on that team, I think it was 24 of the players on that varsity squad had started in kindergarten and were seniors. He said there was only like 3 or 4 of them that came in at like 3rd and 4th grade. That's how, and those kids have been in that program, and it's a testament to that, right?
Yeah, it sounds like they got a good recipe going. Similar to like your hat there. What is that? A Nixa hat as well? They're doing the same thing.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they have that youth program, and I think sometimes getting those kids together, they grow up together, they play together. It's not a bad recipe for success, I'll tell you. So, shout out Willard State Champs. Webster Groves, congrats. Dave Wiggins, 2nd place, played some phenomenal baseball. Kearney, 3rd place from out west there. The Helberg brothers, got a chance to talk to them, meet them. Fantastic team. Fort Zumwalt South, Coach Friedel, they come in 4th there. That team was really good all through the year. I mean, those were some really good baseball games all day there. And the tough thing is we had the rain, and we'll get to that one in here in a minute, but both the Class 5 schools, they didn't start till like 7:30, I think it was, the first game. Might have been a little earlier than that, but it was around there. And then the last game, we didn't leave the ballpark till midnight 30 on Friday because of that.
Yeah. We actually it hit Max Creek earlier because even though that they're 100% turf, we actually canceled Friday night, and boy, it was a monsoon. It was definitely the right call. There was no way that we could have played in that.
It was
so we just
raining.
Smashed them into Saturday, and it went off without a hitch. But yeah, it was bad. So I would assume that was the same band of showers that came through and got you as well.
Yeah. So, and it was pretty muggy the rest of the day. But so congrats. And then Class 6, Blue Springs Wildcats out of Blue Springs, Missouri, took home the championship. Our West County team, Lafayette Lancers, came in 2nd place. How about that? Huh? And I know we've seen some Lafayette kids rolling through Game 7, Dave.
Oh, you got the Oswald kid, right?
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, Graham coached the Orleans Tigers teams, and they were, with both of his kids, so that they competed with Game 7 a lot.
So
from the days of the indoor.
So here's going to be a helmet sticker before we get to the final one. You ready for this, Drew? On Friday, in the first game, first semifinal, it pitted Lafayette against Liberty North, the back-to-back defending state champs. Tyson Oswalt proceeds to go out and throw a complete game no-hitter.
There you go.
Where's my helmet sticker? Okay, good. Boom. Oh, Dave, he allowed 2 base runners the whole game, 1 on a walk and 1 on a hit by pitch. And just Oh, it was a dominating performance, man, against, the two-time defending state champs with a Trey Snyder, Bo Jonas in that lineup. These guys are dynamic hitters. And Snyder, I mean, he hit a couple on the nose, and the defense just really played well behind him. Impressive. You don't see too many no-hitters, right?
Especially in that state final, semifinal. That's definitely worth a helmet sticker.
Exactly. But Lafayette the next day come up a little short. Liberty North took the third place game, but congrats to Coach Tim McElliott and his squad. We got the chance to talk with Cole Gibbler, Nick Gibbler, his brother, who pitched in that monsoon. They played through that rain. It was Francis Al and Blue Springs that played through that rain. It was something else. Oh, they took one break and thought we're going to get another day. Congrats to Blue Springs, all the state champs. What do we got for them, Drew? Boom. Love it. So, I think that's one of the fun things about doing this, Dave, with the youth baseball. Who are the next All-Stars? Who are the next big-time high school baseball players that we're going to get to see?
Yeah, it's cool to see them come through the ranks, and makes it all worthwhile at the end of the day. Puts a little pride on you.
Absolutely, man. Oh, and here's the other thing too, because we're talking about that small percentage. We got to see Titus Sissel, Cole Gibbler, and Trey Snyder, who are all potential draft prospects at this state championships. That's pretty impressive.
It really is. Yeah, there's a, like I always say, there's a great core of young athletes here in the state of Missouri and in the Midwest. So, anytime you see young men like that progress to the next level, it just it does. I'm talking about it right now. It gives me cold chills. I'm very, very proud of the young men.
Absolutely. And we've seen some good 14Us coming through here. We're going to see some more. I think that it'll be fun to watch this coming weekend. I always like to look and see where they go into school, how are they playing, then as it progresses through the championship weekend, who's coming out on Sunday, who's playing well, who can handle that pressure, right?
That's right.
So I'm looking forward to this weekend and what we got. Dave, All-Star Showcase coming up, right?
Going well. Going well. Getting a lot. I just started dispersing the tickets. So that I'm glad you brought that up, guys. Be patient with me on that because there's a bunch of them that are coming through. So I have to physically try to sit each group together. So, and then I take them to the post office and send them out certified mail. But I'm getting to them as quick as I can. I'm not forgetting about you. So we are getting those out slowly but surely. We do have some time. It is July 26th. So don't worry, we will get to you.
Now, ticket. What do you mean by this? Is this so? These are people that have registered. These are players that have registered. So you're sending out for that. What team? What are we talking about here, Dave?
So I should have gave more details. I'm alluding to the Cardinal tickets. It's for the opening ceremonies of at Busch Stadium on Friday, just like we do for our World Series. Well, our World Series is obviously team based, so they're ordering for their teams. But this event is individual based, so it's got all the tickets on consignment. So it's a little task in hand, if you will. But we'll get through it, and I'm trying to sit all the teammates together in the same section. So that's what's taking a little bit of the time, but it'll be all worth it. It's Friday night. They're playing the Nationals. They get to go down and parade on the field. So main thing is I want to get them all grouped together and sitting in the same section so they can enjoy the night.
Well, I noticed. I went and took a peek, looked at the kind of the bracket or the look at. You've kind of got a little bracket kind of set in place, what you're looking for. 4 teams per age group is what it looks like. How's that coming along, and where are you at in that process, Dave?
It's going good. Like I said, every weekend we get more and more participants. Just give a little brief outline. Friday night will be the uh, Cardinal game, Friday night. Then we'll come back Saturday and we'll play 2 pool games. And then Saturday evening will be the skills competition. Um, Rick and our good buddy from Prime Sports there were teaming up and sponsor X-Bats is X. That's a tongue twister. X-Bats is sponsoring, helping us sponsor the Home Run Derby. So every age group winner of the Home Run Derby will receive a X-Bat.
I love that, man. That's awesome. And courtesy of our Prime Sports Midwest call-in link sponsorship there, right?
That is correct, sir. And then we'll come back on Sunday and wrap it up with another game and send everybody home with a big smile on their face. It's a great venue. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully we get some good weather. It's going to be out on the turf at Warrenton. So there is a spot on there to, if you do, coaches, if we overlook someone and you feel that someone is needs to come participate in this and is you want to get them in there, go to the website, game7baseball.com, click on that All-Star logo, and there's a form there where you can submit a registration for a player to be nominated.
There you go. Love that stuff. Folks, as I alluded to here, fun fact of the day, baseball is hard. And it's not getting any easier. There's a lot of good baseball being played out there. We're looking forward to the upcoming weekend. Dave, that's because I didn't have a fun fact. I had it in my notes, and I've been running like a chicken with my head cut off for the last, 3 weeks. So,
Hey, brother, I know the feeling. And Dave and I were just talking, and you know what's right around the corner. Heck, 3 weeks away, the World Series. I was like, holy cow, that's already here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking at that. I'm like, man, wait a minute. Didn't we just start doing this? Oh, man. But that's the way it is, man. The season is sometimes kind of a whirlwind, and we get caught up in it, and all of a sudden it's like, what? Hey, where'd everybody go? Back to school.
Still saying time flies when you're having fun, right?
Exactly. So, well, folks, that'll do it for today's wrap-up show. I hope you enjoyed it. As we do, I always love talking with Dave, talking Game 7 baseball. It's a lot of fun. We got the trailer out, and people see us in different places. If you see us out with the trailer, running around if you get a chance to snap a pic, throw it up on your social, we'd love to see it. We appreciate it very much. We're having a lot of fun with it. And as always, YBMcast powered by Game 7 Baseball. Make sure you check out game7baseball.com. And we appreciate it very much. We'll see you this weekend. We'll be out at Ozzy's covering the June Classic. We'll have, as always, we'll be bringing our interviews, having some fun, bringing the trivia, some baseball cards. We got some giveaways. Have some fun out there at the ballpark. It's what it should be about. Enjoy the day of baseball. And looks like it'll be some nice weather, Dave. Won't have to be pulling your hair out.
Oh, it looks like it it looks like it for now. Hey, maybe we might have to do a little remote live shot from down at our state tournament at Max Creek, if you can incorporate that into the show on Saturday.
And folks, we would have loved to have gone down there this year, but the 14s were up here for this tournament, so that's why we're sticking around for the June Classic, because as always, we cover the 14s that way. And so that's why we'll get down to Max Creek. We'll get down there and we'll cover some of that as it progresses. So, Dave, always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on again, and congrats to all the winners from the past weekend. Looking forward to a good weekend of baseball here coming up all across the states. Very, very busy weekend this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not doing anything, you don't have a kid playing, come on out and watch some youth baseball. There's plenty to be had, all in the Midwest.
There you go. Folks, if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it out, hit the dinger next to it, because that's what we do. We hit dingers. And usually off of Dave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
I've served up a few. Hey,
Oh,
it happens.
it happens. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Well, everybody have a great day in the Lord. Always remember, pitchers, what should pitchers do, Dave?
Throw strikes.
Thank you. Hitters, hit them where they ain't. We'll see y'all next time.